Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ATA Tutorials, and today I answer one of the most frequently asked questions in our QuickBooks series. So if you have not yet watched part 1, part 2 and part 3 of our video, this will be part 4 where I'm answering the most asked question in our QuickBooks series, and that is how to enter the opening stock in our QuickBooks. Like if in the question they have given you something like this, because this is the paper that was done in it was done in 2020 by National Certificate of Accounting and Finance, okay, computerized accounting. So we had all these opening balances from the trial balance. Then if you check here on note III, they gave us what we call inventory items, which we are calling the opening stock. So I'm going to show you how we can enter this, and it can be applied in any kind of examination that you're going to sit at undergraduate level. So this is the information that we have. I'm going to use it to enter this opening stock. We have inventory item, we have the units, we have the formal name, the cost price, selling price. Then they are showing us the balances. Now the cost price and the selling price, these are actually these are monies denominated in UGX. Then these balances that you see here are like the opening quantities. This is not money. These are the opening quantities. So I'm going to enter this. You follow with me. You go to your QuickBooks, then go in the top menu bar where you see lists. So you click on lists and then go to item. Now because in our opening balance we were doing a certain number about a company that is dealing in cement, that's why you see all these items, but I will use the same file to show you how you can actually enter the opening balances. So you come here on item, then you go to new item. So they ask you, is it a service item or an inventory item? You click on inventory item, and they're asking you the name. The first one is called tinned beef. If it has a code, you can put it in brackets. Then you must enable the unit of measure. Then you see a unit of measure here for the tinned beef, it is in cartons. So that's how we set that. We are not going to use each, so you add new. Then I prefer we use other. So you go to next, you put the full name. Full name is cartons. Then abbreviation is CTN. Then you finish. After doing that, you come here. If you have the preferred vendor that you have already configured in the system, you can indicate them here. Then I told you on this side of the sales price, you must indicate that each time we sell, the money should go into the sales account. So they have also given us the cost price. The cost price is 2,000 each carton. Then the selling price is 3,200 for each carton. Then this is what you don't have to forget. There is here the value on hand or as at that date. So that's where we put this balance here, this 400. So you come here and put the 400, showing that those are the cartons that were in the store as the year was starting. So you put the right year. So I'm going to assume that my opening year is 1st January. Then everything looks okay. I click fine. They warn me about the dates. I say yes. I confirm and say so. If you notice, our item has been created in inventories. Then you can add the next one. You go back here to item, then you click on the drop down, you go to new. The next item is still an inventory item. If you check, it is rice, it is in kilograms, then it has all these details. They come here and give it a name. You say rice. Then the unit of measure, I add new because it is in kilograms. So I check here under the weight, it's where I have the kilograms. But then if you do not have, if you don't see the name of the unit that you have been given, it is always okay. You can always click on other, then you create, like you customize it for yourself. So I call it kilograms, and abbreviation is KGS. I finish. Then come here, I have the cost price. The cost price is 3,000 per kilogram. Then the selling price is 3,500 per kilogram. Then I have to set the income account in case I sell. It should go to the sales. If you have the preferred vendor, then you can always add them from here. Then you must put the balance at hand or on hand. So the balance that we have is 300 kilograms in the storage as the year is beginning. So I change the date to 1st January. Everything looks okay. Yes, they warn me about the date. I say yes. So you see our item has actually been created. Then I can add the last one, which is beans, also in kilograms, and we have all these details. So I will say it is actually an inventory part. It is called beans. The unit of measure, we have already created it, kilograms. Then we have the cost price, which is 2,000. We also have the sales price, which is 2,800 per kg. Then you must change income account to sales. Then we have the balance at hand, which is 500. We set our correct date for the opening balances. Everything looks okay. Yes, they warn me about the date. I say yes. So you see our items have actually been created. So ladies and gentlemen, that is how they enter opening balances for inventory parts or for stock, which they have given you in the question. So if you like what we are doing, I still encourage you, please you subscribe to our channel. And if you have specific questions, our contacts are always shared in our first comment section. You can always reach out. We give you practice questions, and also we can give you specialized training. Thank you so much. God bless you and good luck in your training.